Hi, this is Lisa Harris with My Creative Pursuits. I'm back this week to wrap up my February Scraps and Stash project share. This month I managed to complete 6 layouts, one of which is a double-page spread, and I'm really pleased with what I've accomplished. I've gotten layouts done for 2 of my vacation albums as well as a couple of personality pages for our family albums. To me, that's a success, although I am finding a little bit that the inspiration is beginning to wane, so I'm in need of a good Garden Girl video or two. The inspiration for this month's kit was based on this color scheme that I found on the CSI Color Stories Inspiration website. If you haven't checked it out, try to stop by sometime soon. There's a lot of gorgeous inspiration to be found there. My first layout this week is this double-page spread Audubon Park. Using so many photos, I intentionally kept the design simple so it wouldn't be too busy. I cut 6 2.5-inch squares out of 2 of the hopscotch papers and a large 5.5 by 8.5 piece of the third paper to use as a photo mat and title block. The journaling card is actually a piece of packaging from the Amy Tangerine Rosette stickers. The orange grid lines printed onto it worked great with the colors of the papers. Bo Bunny letter stickers and 4 more of those huge white chipboard letters make up the title, and I used one of the Everyday Eclectic stickers to embellish the journal block. The grid design of this layout qualifies it for the 2-piece Stash Busters challenge for the second half of February. And the final project I made with this kit is this layout called The Time We Got the Giggles in Church. This layout focuses mostly on the story, which is one of those you had to be there moments between my best friend and me. Again, the design is simple, a bit of the hopscotch pattern paper along the bottom and the side of the journaling block, and a small piece in the upper right. I used the hopscotch letter stickers to spell out the title, and a few of the My Mind's Eye brads for the embellishments. And here's what's left, quite a lot, and very different from the few small bits of pattern paper I had left over last month. I'm not surprised by this. I knew I was pulling way more supplies than I would use up in a month, and I didn't get to have a card making session like I did in January. I'm good with it. There's a lot more potential here, and I'll keep these supplies handy for a while. So just to recap, here are the pages I completed this month. Clinically Awesome, which will go into my All About Us album. Beautiful Tennessee Summer, and The Old Mill. Both of these layouts will go into my Tennessee 2012 album. Me in First Grade, another for my All About Us album. Audubon Park. And The Time We Got the Giggles in Church, both of which will go into my New Orleans 2012 album. So what's coming up in March? Well, I've decided to try my hand at working with a mood board, and in every search I've done, this one kept jumping out at me. It's the Studio Calico January 2014 mood board, and I really love the jewel tones found in the color scheme, the Instax cameras, the wood grain, and the big brush script. I think it'll be a lot of fun to see what I can pull together using this for inspiration. I'd love for you to join me, and if you do, please leave me a comment or link me up to your Scraps and Stash kit. And that wraps it up for February. Until next week, bye-bye.